Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, John Suitepee here, bringing you part 6 of Dynasty Warriors 3 with Sun Shang Xiang. And after the epic campaign that was the non-mon campaign, it's time to go back to something a bit more generic-ish. Raid on the Rogue Fortress. Now you'll remember that I talked about these kind of missions in the Shuzhou playthrough, as well as the Sun Shang Xiang playthrough, since both of them covered the Mountain Bandit campaign, which is a similar mission to this one. Basically, these missions are kind of generic, in that there's not really necessarily any sort of Wu versus Shu. It's just basically like a very simple, small mission that's sort of kind of like filler mission, really. It sort of slots in between other missions that some characters have to go through. It looks like the Wu forces will be up against the rogues, so let's check out the introduction.
In the midst of a long march, a messenger brings an urgent report. Nearby is a bandit hideout, home to various thieves and villains who have threatened the nearby villagers. Unable to stand by silently, the army makes its way towards the bandit hideout.
You see, even the description is just kind of generic. It's not like there's a backstory. It's basically just kind of like, oh, we need to chuck in another mission. Quick, just throw in some generic bandit story. And as I said, all these missions have another theme, is that you're the main officer, and unlike the Mountain Bandit campaign, it's just pretty much us beating down on some lieutenant commanders this time around. So, we'll check the conditions. Ooh. Now this is where things get interesting. This is what REREman783 said in the comments from the last video. He said this mission isn't quite as generic as I made it out, and as it turns out, we will be going up against Shang Fei at the end of the mission, so he will be the commander of sorts. So that kind of makes it a little different from the Mountain Bandit campaign. We actually fight a playable officer. But basically it's a simple enough mission. Kill lieutenant commanders, defeat Shang Fei. So, we've got a winner shack from here, item wise, same stuff as before. There are a couple of archers on this mission. I'm going to stick with crossbowmen, I think, for this one. Not useful against the other crossbowmen. So, let's get this started. And I remember this being a little bit awkward, because at one point you have to figure out where to go. She's on a lovely brown horse.
There appears to be a bandit outpost near here. The people are requesting aid.
Okay. Is everyone ready? Let's go.
Sounds very indifferent. We don't even get a voiced introduction this time. So this is actually this is perhaps even easier than the Mountain Bandit campaign, because only you can end the mission in defeat, as opposed to letting the peasants die. But it's still pretty basic. It's a bit more complicated though, because the inside of the fortress is kind of a maze-ish. It's a little awkward because I've done this before on my other memory card, and I got lost at one point. And if I remember correctly, it's pretty much just, you have to go up some steps or something like that. So, there's not even a gate captain, so it's pretty much find the way inside and kill officers to gain access. But at one point, I'm pretty sure you have to go on the upper areas to gain access. Now, it's kind of interesting actually that Shang Fei is leading these so-called bandits, considering we just defeated Shu in terms of the storyline. Basically, Shu is defeated now because of our victory at Yi Ling, so the only main opposition left is Wei, which we'll take care of for the next mission. Which I bet that means you can already guess what mission is coming up next, if you've watched these long enough, and if not, you might, well, you'll see. This shouldn't take too long, hopefully. So we open that gate, and that enables us to recover. There's not really much to say about this mission, to be honest. It's kind of, as I said, it really feels like they just couldn't be arsed making a mission to fill in the gaps. I mean, I could tell you right now what mission they could have used. Yu Ting, which is where Wu has the fake defection and all that shenanigans. That would have been a great mission, because of the particular cutscene in that's actually pretty hilariously bad that takes place, but the conditions for seeing it are you have to play as a female officer on the Wu side. you don't necessarily have to be a Wu officer. You just have to be a female officer of sorts. And then you have to confront Shenji. And you get a little bit of a interesting cutscene, to say the least. So Sun Shang Xiang could have easily fitted in there, considering how, you know, as I've said in the past, the storyline of the game loves to kind of basically not really follow the law so much when it feels like it. Like, especially in the Guan Yu playthrough, where Guan Yu just comes back from when he's supposed to have died and ends up doing stuff way ahead of his supposed normal timeline. So I don't really see why, with the exception of establishing a character, why missions like this really are around in Dynasty Warriors 3, except just for filler. So I couldn't see why they couldn't just place Sun Shang Xiang in another mission, really, and they just had any old excuse. And I think Yu Ting would have been perfect, especially so we could see that one cutscene. It really is hilariously bad. It's definitely worth checking out. I might put a link to it in the annotations, actually. Which I hope some of you are viewing, because might be even easier than I thought. Last time around, I'm pretty sure I struggled, or maybe that comes up next. I do not know. So we're doing pretty well at the moment. The gates is opened, and we need to eliminate. Oh, alright, sorry about that. We got interrupted there a little bit, but no worries. So I've noticed that the enemies have high health, surprisingly, for this. Well, maybe not so surprisingly, actually. It's kind of bemusing to note they have a lot of high health, which makes clearing them out pretty... As you can see there, the archers are in display. So high health and lots of archers. Sounds like my nightmare, actually. Well, we didn't get a message for killing 50, because we're the only officer here, so we'd only be congratulating ourselves. Where are these lieutenant commanders? Oh no, I think this is the part where you have to do the upper climbing, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to remember my other playthrough I did on my other memory card while I'm testing stuff out. You know, stuff like the Extreme Legends stuff. Not that I've played any of Extreme Legends, I'm just testing out the whole, we really need to be ignoring some of these guys. And yeah, there's one of the lieutenant commanders we must fight. Hopefully we can catch him with our combo. Fortunate. Oh.
Where does this fort go? We must find the entrance.
Oh, I don't remember this cutscene. Oh well. So apparently...
An officer.
Oh wow, attack up +8. Jeez, that is extremely generous. Considering all we did was fight a generic officer, that's a very good job, actually. Ooh, Mizu up +10. Wow. I did not even know that was there. So we're going to get some decent drops by the seams of it, just off these generics. Now, that cutscene kind of gives you a clue as to the fact that entrance isn't going to be so easy. But and you may be wondering for a while what you actually have to do to get inside the fort and continue the mission, because you'll pretty much run out of space to actually go. But the answer is go up the staircase. And yes, it took me a good 5 minutes to figure this out. You basically go up the staircase and then drop into the other sections of the base. And my advice if you're doing this mission is just get straight to the commanders. Don't waste too much time on background stuff, because you could be here a while otherwise. It's a bit of an awkward mission in layout. So this is actually also a bit of a dud area to be in right now, so we need to keep going around. See if there's any help there. An item. I think I'll smash these crates then. If they have, maybe I can find a rifle to cap it off. You can see there's an archer up there. We'll try and eliminate him. Fortunately, so much health, even on the bowman. Ow. Cut that out. Stupid bowman. It's kind of awkward, really, actually. If this was early on, these people would have much less health and defense, but since this is the 6th mission, it's actually kind of a tricky challenge, but it really shouldn't be, just because of how goddamn simple this actually is once you take away the fact it's a bit of a maze. gonna try and paralyze on this one. Knock him around a bit. Fire and... oh, I got the block timing perfect there. Just a good idea. As soon as you fire an archer, they've just been slammed up, they'll immediately fire. So your best advice there is just immediate fire and quickly block. And most of the time you will... I want to catch him with at least 5 hits here. Oh, I keep dropping him. There we go. Hopefully this will kill him too, actually. Beautiful. 14 hit combo. Oh, I only got a +4 that time. Ow. Gee, these privates are knocking me around quite a bit. Well, morale on this mission doesn't really mean that much, basically, because the only person affected by the morale is you and maybe some of your officers, soldiers, but the soldiers are just kind of there as, you know, background noise while you seek out the enemy. So now that we've dealt with the second Lieutenant Commander, and you may also actually come close to the time limit on this mission due to its nature, so don't be surprised if you see the 10-minute countdown at some point. Some arrows there, which are going to be useful. So while I'm looking around here, there's two things I need to talk about. Oh, nothing in that crate. First of all, in the other video, new weapon. There was a comment by Sword of Heaven 89 who suggested another good way of getting combos on gate captains and the like for the increased weapon damage, the increased drop chance, I should say, is you can do juggling combos as well, which is basically you sort of use the first combo, triangle then up, or the fourth combo, like this. And you can just keep juggling them forever. And technically you can do that forever and ever 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 and ever. As long as you're not interrupted or you manage to catch them, you can actually do that for quite a while. Maybe I'll demonstrate that in a moment. I'm just going to see if... ah, here we go. This is the other entrance we need. And the third Lieutenant Commander. Certainly a lot of rogues in this fort, isn't there? So maybe I'll try and show that on this guy. Maybe. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people. Whoa! Holy shit! Never mind. No. You know what? No, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not. If the freaking AI is this aggressive, then we don't want to be messing around with them. Especially the AI. Not messing around. With this many archers, we could have a problem. So we need to eliminate these guys quickly.
Too far ahead?
No, we're not too far ahead. We're the only ones in the mission.
Officer.
There. Jeez, no wonder they're giving us good drops. This mission is freaking hard. I don't want to be around it anymore. Right, so that takes care of that. Now that kind of opens up a different gate to the inner sanctum, but not the one near us, unfortunately. But it does open this one up. Uh-oh.
I am Dynasty! I shall avenge my brothers!
He was just waiting on top of that. And so here's Shang Fei, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'll try and show the air juggling combo now, actually, if possible. If I can pull it off. Need to be careful since he's a playable officer. And he seems to have boxed us in as well, I think. Let's just check. No, he hasn't boxed us in as I thought. Oh man, having so many enemies. Oh god. Yep. Super aggressive AI kind of sucks sometimes. Get out of the picture, guy. Oh no. Damn you. Get away. Ow. Ow. I don't think so, Shang Fei. No. Oh god, he broke out his Muzu. We need to be careful here. Oh god, he actually broke my Muzu. My deadlock somehow. Wow, they really are not fucking around on this mission. Jeez. Need to actually play slightly defensive for the first time in a while. They're hitting hard too. No matter. At least the true Muzu combo manages to pick up Shang Fei in the process. Thankfully. No, don't recover his health. No! No! No way! I am not dying at the end of this mission. It's a pain in the arse mission. I want it out the way. Alright, time for defensive tactics, I think. Maybe a little... Go! No, you do not! Don't even think about it, Shang Fei. Let's just end this now, if possible. Oh no! Oh wow, I think that cutscene may have just saved my life. Possibly. Yeah, that cutscene just saved my bacon. It reset the enemy's attack patterns a bit. Wow. Didn't think I'd be saved by a cutscene. Fortunately, there's archers over here. Come on, Shang Fei, get caught. No! Yes! Get down! Oh god, health, 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 health. Yes! Eat it! Oh god, we need to be careful here. No! Don't you dare get any health. You're annoying enough as it is with all your little buddies here. Alright. Get the fuck down!
Forgive me.
Jesus Christ, just die already. That was way, way more annoying than I thought it would be. Thank God that's over. No more of this shit, please. Ever. I did not like that mission at all. That was horrible. High friggin' health, defense, enemies, and AI aggression? Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting at all. That was a pain in the arse, quite frankly. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we took out an old Lieutenant Commander, we took out another Lieutenant Commander, we took out another Lieutenant Commander, and it turns out we didn't really need to take out all the Lieutenant Commanders at all. We just need to get to the Inner Sanctum by clearing enough of them to open the passage, and the mission was over. And that was that. So let's see if we got any decent mounted defense. That's rubbish. Really? HP max. That's actually quite bad for a second tier weapon, which we'll never use again. Oh wow! An upgrade to the HP. Awesome. 42. That's very high. So despite that, we got a decent drop there. Not much of a bonus, unfortunately, due to using bodyguard, but it served their purpose. So only 892 points for character development. Oh well, with that one little burst we ranked up another class and bodyguards were upgraded a little bit. So let's check the points ranking. Didn't score on the points ranking, didn't score on the KO ranking, but definitely scored on the clear time ranking. Even beating the preset ourselves. But not quite doing as fast as Zahu 1 as set. But 11 minutes, 47 seconds, not too bad at all, I'd say. So, let's see what Sun Shang Xiang gets for her finale. Oh, we get this mission. The Siege of Hefei Castle. On the Wu side. I'll be honest with you, this is not going to be the best finale. Especially those who have seen what happened on the Hungai playthrough, but let's just say I'm going to find a way to make it a little more interesting for myself and hopefully yourselves. So, what did you think of that mission? Did you think it was a pain in the arse, as I certainly thought it was? Were any tricks that I missed? Any items I missed? And what do you think will happen? Will anything new happen at the Siege of Hefei Castle on the Wu side that didn't happen on the Hungai playthrough? Feel free to leave your comments below, and I'll catch you all next time for the conclusion of Sun Shang Xiang's campaign. Till then, farewell.